Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. As always, Dan Hafner joining you here today. It is Tuesday. What's today? February 26th. Holy moly, February's almost over. Thank you all for joining. Really appreciate you guys coming in today. Today's topic is this: extra weight. As always, thank you all for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. All right, so we're going to talk about extra weight today, and I don't mean in the form of physical weight. What we're going to talk about is the weight of the past, and this is something that's really kind of weighing on my mind too. So it's one reason that I wanted to really talk about it today. So excuse my voice, I'm still kind of coming over this cold, but no one wakes up in the morning just one day and is like, you know what, I'm just going to gain weight today, right? And I know I said I wasn't going to talk about physical weight, but it's a good analogy to start with because, no one wakes up in the morning and is like, you know what, like, I'm just going to eat like 10 pounds worth of food and junk and just gain weight because it's going to be awesome, right? Like, nobody wakes up and says that. It's a slow thing that happens over time, right? Like choice by choice, piece by piece, it adds up, right? And the same thing happens with our thoughts and in our mind, right? Like we tell ourselves a little lie, or we, compromise here, we compromise there, one little thing at a time, and it adds up over time. And then you look back and you say, wow, I can't really carry all this. This is ridiculous, right? And the problem that we have is like it slows you down. It just wipes you out. No one can carry the weight of all of this, stress and this, just terribleness, right? Like I think that's one big contributor to the obesity epidemic in this country is that we carry around all of our old shit. We carry around just old thoughts and bullshit in our head that contributes to our bodies, right? But there's really four things that tie into this problem, right? Like if the more you hang on to the past, the more you get blown off course. Like that's the first thing. You just get blown off course. You just start drifting. You start going down paths that you never really wanted to. You kind of become a cat chasing a laser. Like you're always after a different thing. You're just thinking about going one way, but you can't. You can't focus. You're just unproductive. It just doesn't work out, right? The second thing that it does is it can really like typecast you, right? Like you just kind of believe in different things. You just start believing you're a loser, or you believe that you're just overweight, no matter what, or you just believe that you can't ever make more than a certain amount of money in a year. And you start attracting other things like that into your life. The third part of this is that it can sour your outlook, right? Like you can just always think that there's nothing that's going to be better. It's never going to get better, right? Like it's just always going to be like this. I'm going to be stuck in this place. I'm stuck in this job. I'm stuck in this relationship. I'm stuck in whatever forever. And it's never going to get better. And it's going to suck. And I'm going to hate myself and blah, 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 right? It becomes this big, stupid story in your mind. All because you're hanging on to this stuff. And it wipes you out, right? Like it just sucks the energy right out of you. That's the fourth part. Like it just makes you stay exactly where you are at all times, and it sucks. Like it sucks the living life out of you, right? But if you can learn to let this go, and I struggle with this too. If you can learn to let this kind of stuff go, you can really move on, and like a whole new world opens up to you when you make a decision to start letting things go. Like I'll share a quick story with you guys. Like one thing that that I'm doing right now is really forcing me to let go of a lot of old habits and a lot of old ways of thinking, and it's really, really hard. Like it's really hard. Just based on the way that my mind has worked forever, the way that I've acted forever. Like it's hard to move forward. In a career when you have a certain mindset, right? Where I am in sales and everything, like it's tough to have an employee mindset in that. Like you have to control your own fate. You have to decide your own time. You have to do all this. And like, it's really hard for me to let go of the old mindsets and the old patterns and the old habits and ways that I've had forever. And it's tough. I get it. But there's this 4-part process I found the other day for working on this, and I've been working on this myself, and I want to share it with you guys, because the first thing, to start, getting rid of this extra weight, the first part is to just stop feeling sorry for yourself. Like, get out of your victimhood mentality. You are not a victim to your circumstance. You are 100% responsible for the conditions you have created in your life. Regardless of what you think, regardless of who you want to blame, regardless of what has happened, what you think has happened to you out of your control, you are 100% in control of that. So stop feeling sorry for yourself, get back on the horse, and start doing the work. Like, that's the first thing. That's the very first thing. The second part is just stop investing your mind in ways of past thinking, right? Like, when you make a financial investment, you base it on the past, but you're hoping for a future return. You're always focused on what the future could hold with that investment. You're not constantly looking at the past and seeing what it's done. It's a investment that gives you zero return as far as thoughts and feelings and everything goes. Because if you're constantly focused on the way you used to be, the way you used to think, you're never going to get anywhere, because you're not filling your mind and yourself with new thoughts and new ways and new approaches, right? You're just not going to get anywhere. So the third part ties into this. Focus on today. Like, just focus on today. And I struggle with this too. Like, it comes back to being present. It comes back to being aware through meditation or through whatever, but focusing on what you need to do right in front of you right now to get whatever done that you need done. Like, it's tough. You want to beat yourself up about things that you screwed up, or, think about the failures of yesterday. But the past is the past, and focus on today. That's it. And the fourth and final piece to this is something that I struggle with as well. But number 4, for, shedding this extra weight, forgive yourself. Just plain forgive yourself. Like, learn to let go. Learn to just be like, yeah, it's okay. I mean, I used to be this way. I accept this. I own this. But moving forward, I choose to not allow that to be a part of my experience. Like, whatever it might be. Right? Like, if, say you're in a position where you don't make a lot of money, and you realize that it's just this blocking thought of like, I never make enough money. I don't ever have enough. I can't spend much. I got a penny pinch. I got to do all this. Right? Like, just learn to forgive yourself for that way of thinking. Like, okay, my past, I've always said this, but moving forward, I'm not going to allow that to be a part of my mind and my experience, because I deserve more. I'm okay with having more. Right? You can do the same thing inside of your body. Like, I'm okay. I forgive myself for my bad habits, my lack of exercise, my lack of dieting. I forgive myself, and it's okay. That's like the biggest step, I think, of all of these, to stop feeling sorry for yourself, stop investing your mind in past thinking, focus on today, and forgive yourself. So that's 4 ways. 4 ways to start shedding the extra weight that you and I both carry around all day with us, and it just screws us up. So my challenge for you today is this. Try at least one of these 4 things. Either stop feeling sorry for yourself, stop investing in your past thinking, start focusing on today, or forgive yourself for at least something that, a thought, a feeling, an approach, or whatever it might be, forgive yourself for screwing something up in the past and let it go. Just let it go, move on. It doesn't have to be your reality moving forward. So that's going to wrap up today's show. I really like this one. This is definitely one I can take my own advice on big time. I'm definitely going to keep all of these notes I have for this. This is good stuff. So that's going to be a wrap for today. As always, thank you all for joining. Really appreciate you guys. Keep listening to the show. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Got a great interview coming up on Stoicism. I believe that's how you say it. It's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for it. I'll have it. It's actually going to be a recorded interview as well. So be sure to check out the Facebook page coming up for this. It's going to be really, really awesome. So as always, thank you all for joining. Dan Hafner signing off, saying run your day. Don't let it run you. Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast, a quick and powerful way to start your day and create more impact in your world. Whether you start your day listening to this podcast in the car, working out, or seeing your family out the door, the way you start your day is critical to the results you get that day. Once I took the steps to change my sluggish and lazy mornings into focused, power-filled routines, everything changed in my life. If you're possibly considering changing up your life, trying new things, or perhaps tackling a different approach to your morning, maybe it's time you had some accountability. Personal coaching, even online coaching, can create massive accountability for you, lead you towards the change you have been seeking, and ultimately get you the results you want. If this sounds like something you could benefit from, and you already love the show, try 1 week of one-on-one personal coaching from me, Dan Hafner, 100% complimentary free. Using the world's #1 online coaching platform, I will guide you through the process I used to turn my life around and show you how you can turn yours around. Don't start off sluggish. Start with a purpose. Click on the link in the notes part of this episode or go to www.coach.me/dhafner and join the Morning Alignment System Coaching Program today.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.